Hello X-Wing fans, this is JBuzzsaw79 here with my Week 1 Escalation League build. This will be at 75 points, and I am flying Scum for the first week. So let's get right into it here. The first one I will be flying is an M3. Alright, there she is. Alright, and in the M3 I will be flying, here's the card here, Lyrian Tane, who is a pilot skill 6, 2 attack, 3 defense, 2 hull, 1 shield, has a focus, target lock, barrel roll, evade for 18 points. After you defend against an attack, if the attack did not hit you, you may assign one evade token to your ship. So, basically, if I had, this is interesting, but somebody shoots and I had 1 evade on, let's say I get 2 hits, I roll 1 evade on my dice, so I have 1 there. She doesn't get hit, I put another evade back on. So she's very tough to hit. She's almost like an all or nothing, but she's pretty good. I don't mind her one bit. I've never flown her too much, and I thought it'd be fun to fly her the first week. I was concerned, first of all, about her ability to survive level 3. Some people put stealth on, but I chose actually at this point just to throw a shield upgrade on her. Basically, that kind of, puts her almost at the level of a Z95. Is kind of how I justify that. Of course, the next thing, which is most important about the M3s, is attacking with them. So, of course, I will be adding the title card to her as well for 2 points, and I will be equipping a cannon to her. A lot of people will put the heavy laser on. I don't like that. I'd hate to. I feel when you play heavy laser, you have to barrel roll. I have to boost things with that. I know people say, well, you don't, but if your attack primary weapon is not as strong as the weapon you're putting on, you generally have to move in response to keep it and stuff. And I think can play into your opponent's hand. 9 times out of 10, I choose just to do this guy here, a Mangler Cannon. 3 dice at range 3. And it's a 1 to 3 range, and you can turn a hit into a crit. I think that's pretty good. Generally, she's going to be picking up the evade action while she's out there, and she's just going to be sitting out there on the perimeter, just firing away. So that's the first ship in my build. Okay. Next up. I guess I'm going to do all these, but we'll have a Z95 in there. And this will be basically none other than pretty much one of my favorite. And I love the Z95s, by the way. I generally think they are just really good for their points. I'm playing this guy here. Naduru Schlake. He is a Z95. He has a pilot skill 7, 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, 2 shield. He has a lead slot, a missile slot, and an illicit upgrade for 17 points. He has focus, ability, target lock, and says when attacking, if there's no ships that are friendly at range 1 to 2, he may roll 1 additional dice. So at range 1, he's rolling 4 dice, which, again, this is an X-Wing then. You put a shield upgrade on him. He's a stat base level X-Wing for 21 points. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to save points. Again, this is a 75-point build, and it's staple to me for him. You run, of course, Lone Wolf on this guy because freaking a Lone Wolf is just really, really good. I can't say enough things that are awesome about Lone Wolf with him. Basically by himself, that gives you a reroll when attacking for a blank So, and he's supposed to be always at range 1 to 2 anyway. Basically, he will be flying in away from my entire force to see if he can pull some heat. Also, basically out there on the perimeter. So if I have the rest of my core force sitting over here with my M3 just blasting in, yeah, this guy comes from the other way. It's kind of the old pincer maneuver. Hopefully, is what will happen here. We're going to slide him right over. Put him back here. That should be good. Next up, another Z95. And this guy, I've never actually flown him before. And now that I've spent more time looking at some of these guys, I have actually found a couple of uses for this guy here. His name is Kato. Lichados, whatever. He has a pilot skill 5, 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, 2 shield, just like any other Z95. He has the elite slot, missile slot, and illicit, just like our previous one. 15 points, still with the focus and target lock. This ability says at the start of the combat phase, you may remove 1 focus or evade token from another friendly ship at range 1-2 and assign it to yourself. Excuse me. Which basically it does not really matter to me. I don't see me using this pilot ability. Basically, I wanted a better pilot skill, cheap plane that I thought might do really well. I could have thrown another generic Z95 in the mix here. I figured, well, for 3 points more, I get 4 more pilot skill, and that might be a difference. Since he's not some regular Joe Schmo, though, I did decide to put this up on there. This is the Lightning Reflexes Elite Slot. This came out not that long ago here in the Wave with the other new scum ship, the Kaladat Fighter, whatever it's called there, I forget. After you execute a white maneuver or green maneuver from your dial, you may discard this card and rotate your ship 180 degrees and receive a stress token after the check pilot step. So it's a red maneuver, but you can do quite literally 80 maneuver in your dial. You can do a hard white and spin your ship 180, to get like a free shot. Like if they're turning away from you, you flew past them or whatever. Rotate your dial. If they picked it like a red maneuver, that would be interesting. So, that's just something nice on there. Again, it's not very perhaps reasonable on this type of ship, but again, I only have 75 points, so very well. What the heck? I might as well try it. Well, the last ship in my build here. Oh yeah, another Z95, because again, 75 points, and I love Z95, so I'm just throwing one binary pilot. Stats, same as all the other Z95s, but the pilot skill of 1 kind of sucks. But it's 12 points, so there you have it. There is my build for 75 points. Go ahead, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you do not, and as always, go ahead and throw comments in. And I don't feel you have to subscribe, but if you do, I'm not going to be upset by it. So stay tuned. I will be putting another video up, except this one will be my wife's build. We'll also be playing there. Okay? So this is JBuzzsaw79 signing off right now. Hello, X-Wing fans. This is JBuzzsaw79 here with the list for my wife for League Escalation, which is 75 points this week. And if you've watched the first video from mine, you can kind of see what's going on here. But this is her build, so let me get right into it here. Her first ship today will be none other than the B-Wing. She is flying Rebels. Her pilot in this will be, see my nose, Kian Farlander, who has a pilot skill 7, 3 attack, 1 defense, 3 hull, 5 shields. He has an elite slot, a system upgrade, a cannon, and 2 torpedoes for 29 points. Focus, target lock, barrel roll for him. When attacking, you may remove 1 stress token to change all your focus results on the dice to hit results. So right away, basically, he doesn't have to take focus because your stress can change that. So he has, essentially, I look at it as he has target lock and barrel roll, mainly. My wife has chosen to play with, let's set this back here, Push the Limit, which is an elite slot upgrade. It says once per round after you perform an action, you may perform a free action shown on your action bar and receive 1 stress. Basically, for her sake, she's going to go ahead and barrel roll when she can, or target lock, and then, use her Push the Limit to essentially get the same thing. She can also go ahead and actually pick up focus if she wanted. For example, if she was at range 3 of something, perhaps she wants to focus and do that. However, she has chosen to play something a little bit different. And running the B-Wing E2 modification on it, and she gains with that a bar, on her bar, an upgrade slot for a crewman. This allows her to take the next and final piece for this ship, Lando. Action. Roll 2 dice for each result. Receive 1 focus token for each evade result. Receive 1 evade token. Ideally, if she rolls fairly well, she can pick up either 2 focus from this or 2 evade. Ideally, basically, what she can do is she can go ahead and say, "Okay, I want to target lock, Push the Limit, and Lando." Just as an idea. Which gives her distress, which potentially gives her 2 evade tokens, or focus. Ideally, she wants to roll double evade as much as she can to protect it. And with the 5 shields, you're going to be... It's got 8 total health, so you're going to be sitting there beating it a while. With the 5 on her, that's something that's pretty good there. Alright, moving on. Our next ship. Is an A-Wing. And she is playing Jemmer Sojan, who has a 5 pilot skill, 2 attack, 3 defense dice, 2 hull, 2 shields, with a missile on it, who can focus, target lock, boost, and has an evade. When at range 1 of your enemy, at least one enemy ship anyway, increase your agility dice by 1. So at range 1, essentially this has a 3 attack and 4 defense dice, which is interesting and pretty good. So I'll just reward you for that as well. She's then playing the Sharded Refit on there. Basically, you remove the missile slot from the A-Wing, freeing up 2 additional points, which technically brings Soldier down to 20. However, she's also throwing a hull upgrade on him. This basically increases his hit point by another 1, so he's at 5, essentially making him an X-Wing. At range 1, he is one hell of a deadly X-Wing, with basically 3, 4, 3, 2. I mean, he can boost to get basically within range 1, but be out of an angle, take up the evade. I mean, so there's a lot of mobility with this. I think this might be equal to or better even than Jemmer, or might be better than Farlander. I think it's going to be close for usefulness of the ship. So that'll be something there for that. The other ship she's going to be flying on the side good old Sojan right there. That's right, one more A-Wing in there. This is just going to be your base guy. She's going to be running here. Just a prototype. The pilot skills 1, otherwise it's standard. 2, 3 for the attack and defense with 2 hull, 2 shields. It's getting the 1 missile upgrade slot for 17, plus the focus target lock, boost, and evade. I find these to be sometimes slightly better than running a bandit. So, because you just get more options on there. Even if you take the evade, I mean, that gives you 3 dice to roll, which is more than the bandit, and then you still have an evade token. So yeah, I mean, you can boost him trying to get all the angles. Besides that, she is going to be running this guy here. Another refit on him as well to make him only 15 points. So, there is my wife's build. Again, this is for our Escalation League coming up. The first week is 75 points. Should be a lot of fun. Please stay tuned. I will be posting up some more videos on here as the weeks come by as to the 100, 125, 150, and finally 200 point builds that we're going to be running for that. Feel free to please comment again, subscribe as well. If you don't want to, that's fine. Please go ahead and share these videos though, and I do appreciate comments and feedback as to things you might change, thoughts on what you see available to you, anything like that. So this is again JBuzzSouth79. Just remember to fly classy, San Diego.